Here, the question is like this. Data below pertains to survey on sex ratio. So all of you know that sex ratio is calculated by the formula. Sex ratio is equal to number of females divided by number of males into 1000. So the actual definition of sex ratio is number of females for 1000 males. So that is why this formula comes. Number of females divided by number of males into 1000. So basic thing we require to calculate sex ratio is what are the total number of females and what are the total number of males. So here some data is given. What is the data? In the data what is given is house number, 20 houses are there. Their profession means what kind of job they are doing. It is coded as 1, 2 and 3. 1 is standing for agriculture, 2 for service, 3 some other profession. And the next column is education. That is coded as 1, 2, 3 and 4. 1 is illiterate, 2 SSC, 3 graduate, 4 professional qualifications. Okay. After that, there are 3 columns here: child 1, child 2, child 3. Means how many. Here, what it is given is whether child 1 is male or female. If child 1, if it is written, that means it is male. If 2 is written, that means it's female. So for example here, for the first family, child 1 is 1. That means first child is male. Child 2 also 1. Second child also is male. Third child is female. And after that, there are no children. If there are no children thereafter, it will be indicated by this symbol asterisk. Okay, a star. Okay. Now, for the third family here, you can see first child is female. After that, there are no children. So this is the arrangement given. Now, this data I will convert, I will copy to the Excel sheet, and I need to answer this question. So we'll look into first 2 questions and try to answer that. What are the first 2 questions? Obtain the number of boys and number of girls in each family. Okay. And second question, number of children in each family. So if you can get a number of boys and number of girls, add them together, you get the number of children. Okay. We will solve these 2. So we'll go to the Excel file. I have entered it like this. The entire data of 20 families are entered. Now I need to count in the first family how many boys are there. Remember, code for boys is 1. So I need to count how many ones are there. There is a function for that facility. Actually, last time I said I taught you how to use function. This time again I will show you how to, even if you don't remember actual structure of the function, you can go to the menu and get it. So here I want to insert a function called COUNTIF. How to get that? I can go to this FX, insert a function. Okay, click on that one. So here the most recently used functions are shown. So that's a categorization. Here I will say all functions you include. And here is a menu. I can scroll it and come down to count. Say count if has come here. I can insert it this way. So count if, it is asking what is the range where you want to count. So you can keep this box little down so that you can, where I am going to count, I am counting for house number 1, how many male children are there. So their information is across child 1 to child 4. So I am going to give the range for them from child 1 to child 4. So that is entered D3 colon G3. Colon means that is indicating a range. What is before colon, the first cell it is giving. What is after colon, it gives a last cell. Now what you want to count? I want to count how many ones are there. So I will indicate 1. So it is showing the answer as 2. So enter it here. Say here actually there are 2 ones are there, that is shown here. So it has counted the number of boys. Okay. Now I want to count the number of girls. Okay. Again, instead of going through the menu, sub-menu, if I want, I can directly type here is equal to count if I want. Okay. And the range for that is child 1 to child 4. Okay. And what you want to count? Criteria. I want to count 2. And close the bracket, enter it. So it says 1 female child. It is true. So first uncheck, second were male students, male children. So 2 boys, and only the third child was female. That's also obtained. Now I need not repeat this exercise for all the 20 families. I can copy this function. So how do I copy? I will use the concept of relative cell reference. Now here, this cell is referring to the cells from here to here. When I copy it here, it will refer cells from here to here. When I copy it here, it will refer cells from here to here. Okay, so similarly, I can copy the other also. So what I will do, I'll select these 2. I'll simply copy it down. I have copied down all these things. Okay. So then the second question was, so this means in the first family, 2 boys and 1 girl. Second family, 2 boys and 2 girls. Third family, no boy and 1 girl. Like that calculation shows. Now to calculate the number of children, just insert the formula is equal to boys, you click on that, cell reference is automatically entered, plus girls, you click on that, cell reference is automatically entered. Okay, now you have to copy it down. So for all the families, the number of children are also selected. Okay. Now, first 2 questions are answered. I got the number of boys, number of girls, and total children in each of the families. So what is the third question? Mean and standard deviation of number of children in a family. So mean and standard deviation, what I have to do? First of all, I will decide where to enter. So I have decided to enter it here. So I have entered the text, I have the formatting, everything done to save the time. This anybody can do. Now mean, I have already told you the function is average. So before function, I should always put equal to sign or plus sign. So I can type average. So it's a first option, average. Okay, I have to give the range from here to here. Close the bracket. Enter. Okay. Now standard deviation. So what they said in the data is below given a survey. Usually survey is sample only. Okay. So if it is a sample, there is a slight difference in the formula of standard deviation. So you know that the formula standard deviation is square root of sum of x minus x bar the whole square by n. So instead of n, for sample when you calculate, we use n minus 1. So there are different formula for standard deviation available, functions available. So let us see that here. Okay. STD EV, it is, say here, STD EVP you have to choose, or STD EV dot P, both are same. So click on that. Sorry, it's not sample, na? It's sample. So STD EV dot S you have to choose. Okay, and now give the range. Close bracket and enter. I got mean and standard deviation of this number of children. So fourth question, frequency table of education. So frequency table means this kind of a table I have to create. What are the options in that variable? Illiterate, SSC, graduate, professional. How many illiterates are there? How many SSC people are there? How many graduates are there? How many professionals are there? This we have to count using COUNTIF function. So how will you do that? Keep the cursor here. Equal to sign you put, or plus sign also will work. Equal to count if this is the one. Okay, range and criteria. So where you will count education column. This is the education column. So I'm giving the range there. Okay, and comma criteria. What is criteria? Illiterate was quoted as 1. So I can put it as 1, close bracket, enter. Okay, for the rest of the things, I can copy, but there's a problem. When I go down by one cell, the range also will shift. I will actually show you if I copy. Say I can copy it here. Now, here I'll double click. We'll see where the range is coming. You can see the blue line is coming here. Range has shifted 1 down, and on the top again, it has left 1 from the top because it's a relative cell reference. So if we copy down by 1 cell, all the reference points will also shift 1 cell down. So that is what has happened. Okay. Now to avoid that one, what you need to do before copying, You delete this one before copy. You go to that cell reference and select this in the formula bar. Okay? And press F4 key on the keyboard at the top. F4 is there. I'm pressing that. So what has happened? $sign is inserted. Instead of C3, $C, $3. Instead of C22, $C, $22. Once this sort of conversion is done, this is known as absolute cell reference. Now when I copy, this will not change. But of course, number 1 is for illiterate. SSC number 2 should be that. We will change it later. First we will copy, and the criteria will keep changing after that. We'll enter. I'll copy. Say here, now I'll check again for the SSC. Now the range has come correctly. Bottom, top, everything is correct. Escape. Now here what is to be changed? SSC code is 2. So change that code here as 2. Okay. And graduate code is 3. And professional code is 4. So total 8 plus 8, 16 plus 4, 20. So this is the frequency table of education. So given any variable, please know how to create a frequency table. And in Excel, without a frequency table, you cannot get the graph also. Say your next question here is frequency table of education, bar diagram for education. So what you have to do, come here, select this frequency table, then go to insert menu. Bar diagram is this, select that. Choose the first option, select that. You got the bar diagram. Keep it somewhere else. So here this frequency, that's not required. You can remove it, and at the top you change this heading to education. So this is one of the fundamental things you should know. Every time when we ask and conduct any exam, usually one graph we ask. For bar chart and pie chart, the frequency table should be there. And the frequency table is created using county function. And this frequency table should be ready. Then it is very simple. Even from this one, if I need a pie chart, I can create. Selected this one and go to the insert. And this is a pie chart. And I can go for the symbol one, split one, projected ones. All options are there. I'll take the symbol one. So this is a pie chart. Here again, after I get it, what I need to do, change the heading, and rest of the things are okay. So here, what I have to do, sorry, 1 minute. Here what I need to do, just change the heading, education. Okay, it's very simple once you create the frequency table. Please remember, in bar chart and pie chart, first you create the frequency table of the variable. Okay, after that, select the frequency table, go and do bar or pie chart or both as it is required. Okay. Now, of course, this is not asked here, so I will remove that. It's not asked in the question. So now come here. Next is frequency table of profession and pie diagram of profession. Already I have told you how to create frequency table. Using education, same procedure for profession you have to use and continue. Okay, next is sex ratio among the sample. So sex ratio among the sample, you have to do it this way. So this is the data available. So here, what I will do, I'll prepare a table like this. I'll write here male and I'll write here female. Okay, I don't know whether you can see, I'll increase the font size. Okay. Now, here, I have to write the total males. Say male in each family is counted already. Okay. So now, what I'll write? Only the total. So for total, you can use that sigma or you can just write equal to sum. Sum of what? Sum of all the boys. Enter. Okay. Now female, how many are there? So write sum. Sum of what? Sum of the number of girls. Okay. Now, sex ratio. Is equal to, what is the formula? Number of females, okay, divided by number of males into 1000. If you look at the formula of sex ratio in internet, some places you may see 100, but in India, we have defined it for 1000 males. So we use the formula into 1000. So this calculates that. And now next question. Okay, sex rate. Prepare a two-way table of education versus profession. Now, two-way table means this kind of a table. Education on one side, profession on the other side. The joint frequencies should appear here. So to count jointly, there is a provision available called count ifs, plural, IFS, count ifs, IFS. So you can keep the cursor here, equal to count. So the last one is count ifs. Okay, count ifs functionality. See, look at the structure. What it says, criteria range 1, comma, criteria 1. After that, criteria range 2, comma, criteria 2. Okay, so criteria range 1 means education is on the left side. So here, what I will be entering in this cell, in the first cell, I will be counting how many illiterate people are there who has an agricultural profession. So code of this one is 1, code of this one also is 1. Where will I get the criteria range of education. So that is here, education. Okay. So, comma, criteria means illiterate, that is 1, comma, then profession. Profession is here. So, criteria range 2 from here to here. And then criteria 2, that is again first. Enter it there. So it says there are no illiterate agriculture family. That's what it says. Now, should we do it for all other cells? 4 into 3, 12 times we have to do. But we can overcome that by copying. But while copying, please remember, relative cell reference if you use, when you move to the right side, column will move to the right side. When you move to the bottom side, these ranges will come down. To avoid that, first freeze both the ranges as absolute cell references. So, just 1 minute. Okay, now we have to, these are the 2 columns referred, education, that is column C, profession, that is column B. Both we need to freeze so that when you copy, it should not change. So I will keep it here and select the first range, press F4. So dollar signs are entered. Now column B I am selecting, press F4, enter it. So I have frozen the ranges. So when I copy across, that will not change, but criteria I have to change, because when I come to the second column here, the profession should be 2. When I come to the third column, profession should be 3. So what I have to do, first is simply copy. After that, criteria should be changed. So I am going to copy this one now. Before I copy, let me at least change this one. Say profession here should be 2. So I will make it 2, second criteria. And here it should be 3. Okay. Now I will copy across that and change the first criteria. So come here. Here now you are in the second row. So criteria number 1, here I have to do 2. Enter. Here again criteria number should be 2. And here again it should be 2. And third row it should be 3. Here it should be 3. And here also it should be 3. And here it should be 4. Here it should be 4. Here it should be 4. And now let us take the row totals. And let us take the column totals also. Click the sigma, it will come. So 20 families are there, they are there. Okay. Now we'll go to the last question. What is the last question? Prepare using education as base and profession as classification variable. A multiple bar chart, component bar chart, and percentage bar chart. So last year, you remember in the bar charts, 4 types were there. Simple bar chart, multiple bar chart, component bar chart, percentage bar chart. So here they are asking the latter 3. So how to prepare that? Will come here. So what you have to do first, just select the 3 of the profession, education, and only the frequency here, like this. Okay. Go to insert menu, and here, this is a multiple bar chart. This is the component bar chart. This is the percentage bar chart. Here, the same thing in a 3 dimension. Here, the same things in round bars, conical bars, and some other type. So we will limit ourselves to the conventional one. So this is the multiple bar chart. Click on this one, you get that. So what you do, just move it somewhere else where you can show it proper. Okay, this is shown, and what is series 1, 2, and 3? So series 1, 2, and 3 are agricultural, service, and other. I don't know whether it's visible on your screen. Let me check it. Let me improve it. Okay, I think now it will be visible. Even this, you can increase the text box, you can increase the size if you want. Say, I can increase and make it 4. So here, what are the 3? Just 1 minute. Agriculture, service, and other. So I can type here. Just 1 minute, it's not opening. Actually, you can type it on this one. Series you convert to agriculture. Series 2 you convert to what is that? Service, and series 3 you convert to other. And at the top you put a text box. Inside the text box you write education versus profession. So the graph will be there. This is multiple bar chart. Similarly, we can also select and go for the component bar chart. So this is the component bar chart. Something went wrong. 1 minute. Okay. Let me pick up this one. Okay, now we can make it bigger. So here, this is a component bar chart. Here, series 1, 2, 3, you can change. And similarly, lastly, you can also do percentage. Select this one, insert, and this is a percentage bar chart. This also you can take it elsewhere. Okay, so all the 3 are prepared. I think with that exercise is over.